For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically Black colleges and universities legendary. Whether you're a student or a lifelong supporter, our gear lets you wear your HBCU story with confidence and style. Because when you wear HBCU Image, you're not just wearing clothes. You're wearing culture. You're wearing pride. You're wearing purpose. HBCU Image, a Kenny T's company.
From cancer care to accidental injuries to cardiac care, we all know that there are times that you can't control what happens in your life. But with Globe Life Family Heritage, you can be prepared to weather the storm when it comes. Call Dr. Beverly Eagle Rogers at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at globelifefamilyheritage.com. With over 25 years of serving communities, Dr. Beverly Eagles Rogers is here to help you and your family through difficult times. Dr. Beverly takes pride in Globe Life being one of the few companies that returns 100% of premiums to clients that stay healthy. So for more information, call Dr. Beverly Eagle Rogers at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at globelifefamilyheritage.com.
Are you hungry for authentic Caribbean food like jerk chicken, oxtail, red snapper, shrimp, tofu, and rasta pasta? Well, find your way over to Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta.
Them belly full, but we hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Friday and Saturday, we're open till 4 a.m. Come to Mango's and put some spice in your life.
So we've got a good thing going.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta. For more info or directions, call 404-698-3992 or log on to mangoscaribbeanrestaurant.com. For instant coupons, text MANGOS to 313131.
Tell your mama hungry, papa hungry, brother hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, authentic Caribbean cuisines.
Open up the door, tell your mama hungry.
You're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics. There's only one place to go. Tune in to the Carlos Brown Show, exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
Guess it would help if I was to get on the stage, huh? Welcome to Round the Thoughts of DBP. Today is the 25th of March. It is 6:01 Eastern Standard Time. How the hell are y'all doing today? All right, so we going. Y'all see I got my outer space thing going on. And Mo cracking up already, so I see how this show gonna go. I see how this gonna go. You know, I was just scrolling Facebook before I got on, and I saw a post, and it said, "Name some things that Trump has done better than." Name some things that Trump has done better than. I think it said Obama. And people are saying lots of things. They saying, he's better than this. And I'm like, the post clearly says name some things. Clearly says name. Saying lots is not naming them. It's like, come on, y'all got to be able to do better than this. And, because I knew Mo was going to be here. And, Mo do what Mo do. And I do blame him for being Mo because it is his fault. That, that I behave like this sometimes. So I just want to start off the show. Can you? Oh, I'm sorry. It says, can you name one thing Trump has done better than Biden since coming back into the office? One. So, because I like to fact check and I like to be correct because I don't want to say I'm sorry or I apologize. So I just, went off the top of my head. I didn't get into the budget because I don't have the actual numbers. More is actually the better numbers guy. But I'm going to bring him on and he can correct me if I'm wrong. But so far, thinks he's done better than Biden. He started more wars. He's had more Americans killed by, American law enforcement. Lied. Got gas prices to go up higher. He made the rich richer. Made government jobs a dirty thing. He replaced more of his own cabinet than any other president. He's gotten his family richer. Clearly, he has more felony convictions. And he's got way more pedophile friends. And so, he's done those better than most any president we've ever dealt with. And, I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on that. There's probably a few other things that he's done better if we're just talking about strictly in a numerical sense. So we can't say he ain't done nothing better than nothing. He's done some things that Obama could never do. And I was having a conversation with somebody, and whether you like Obama or not, one of the things that Obama did, he let us know who was really racist, because a lot of people didn't like him simply because he was black. And clearly some of these people were phony, because when he won his elections, he didn't win them by a little bit. He won them by a lot of bit. And if you compare him and 45/47, both of them have truly exposed racists, because most of the people who truly love 45, 47 love him because he keeps putting Caucasoids on the top of the mountain, even though they don't deserve to be. So he's exposing racism in his own way. So, I just want to start off with that, and we're gonna go into the show. We're gonna have a decent show. I'm gonna go on and bring Mo on right quick, so we can get this started, and he can go on and insert his brand of mischief that he gonna get me into, because that's what he does. What's up, my brother? How's the good life?
It's all good, man. What's going on?
Hey, man, I'm just living the dream, as they say.
I see. When you got that purple background, I know what's up.
Hey, man, purple is the color of royalty. That's what somebody told me.
That's it, man. You on your pedestal right now.
Yeah. So, but I'm gonna start this off with you, Mo, because it's a trick question.
Okay.
Because you're a smart guy, and I can only have this conversation with a smart man. What are words called when they mean the opposite of each other?
Oh shit.
Antonyms.
Antonym.
What are they? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
opposite of high is low. The opposite of like is hate. Whatever.
Yeah. I think it's antonym. Synonym is the same. Antonym is opposite.
Homonym sound alike.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that one the test. So we're gonna both fail on that one. We just wild guessing.
All right.
But when people start using the English language, and it's already a tough enough language to understand, and I was trying to be logical, because logic works. What's the opposite of under?
Over.
Okay. So if you say something to me and I say I understand, it means I get it, right?
Yeah.
So if I understand, don't that mean I don't know what you're talking about?
It based on the context that we just talked about, yes.
Because it's like, so when people keep saying they overstand, I'm like, so how can you overstand and think that makes you smarter? I mean, unless you consider saying that you don't get it makes you smarter. But there's understand, which means get it. And if you overstand, because over is not a higher, it's you don't get it. So it's like, why do y'all like saying you overstand stuff?
I think they mean like, I don't just understand it. I really, 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 really understand it. I think that's what that's supposed to mean.
But over don't never mean really, 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 really. So we can't keep creating our own definitions when we already got a screwed up language,
Right. Yeah.
and people want to tell you what stuff mean, but we got this, either it's over the bar or under the bar. See, but when you put stand behind it, you understand, I overstand.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, I'm trying to. I know what y'all trying to, because y'all trying to be smart. But if you're gonna be smart, you gotta even create words correctly. You know, I see my word creator. Some of my friends are way richer than me. See, they'll say that's not a word. Well, if you know what rich means, there are those who have more money than me, they're richer. Then there's those who got way more money than me, they're richer. See, don't it make it easy to flow? Because is an extension. It's like, come on now, you got to use words in the proper context for them to have a valid meaning if you're gonna be creating stuff on the fly.
Oh
See,
yeah.
when people say I'm broken and broke, see, there's brokerer. I mean, there's broker, then there's brokerer.
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh yeah, I'm over broke. No,
Right.
because that don't, yeah.
Nah, don't work. Yeah.
So it's like, and then they get mad at me when I try to point these things out, because they'll be like, you using words that don't exist. I say, you're right, but I used them in a sentence and it made sense. You didn't.
Context.
Right. So let me bring our resident our resident other guy on the show. So we ain't gonna talk bad about it first, but he was supposed to upgrade some of his equipment. So we're gonna see if he upgraded anything.
Hey
And
man, I'm trying to. I'm gonna be there eventually, one day.
I don't hear no echo, so we good so far. But
Ooh.
I do hear a little feedback.
All right, give me a few minutes. I'm gonna make sure that go away.
So yeah, I
How
think
y'all
it's
doing today, though, man? Y'all doing all right?
What's
hey
up, Mark?
man,
I can't complain.
we here causing trouble. That's why we waiting on you.
Oh, that what it is. Let's
Yes,
get it
sir.
started then.
Oh, for sure. Well, we waiting on Sharonda so she can tell us how she getting through the airports, because she the one who flying. She's a fugitive, so she know all about flights and stuff.
Thanks.
So okay, here we go. Oh, now I need to wait till some people come up because I got a scenario I need to give, and I meant to put it, but I forgot because I wasn't logged on. So last week we was talking about when to walk away from friendships that were toxic, and I think we all came up with, when it was disturbing your peace. I think that's pretty much what we came up with, right?
Yeah.
And we were talking about with family members. So this week we're supposed to talk about when to walk away when you're in a relationship. Are we using the same standards?
Yes.
But okay. But do we try harder in relationships, or do we try harder with family and friends? Which one do we give? Which one we giving a pass to quicker, and we're gonna try a little bit harder?
Relationship.
I'll say just because of, and so Mark, you done? That's your answer, Mark?
Yeah, and the reason I say, and not necessarily me, but I say relationships because people believe that no matter what family is supposed to be there, they're gonna always be there. So when that relationship with somebody on the outside, I think they try a little bit harder to preserve that one versus family.
Yeah. So I don't fully disagree with Mark, but the one difference we have is that, so I agree with what he's saying, but the only difference we have is I think it was difficult for me to walk away from either. I was a real goofy dude. You know what I mean? So I let people get away with a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have, all for the sake of trying to preserve the relationship, trying to stay there. Trying to think. Well, let me give you the benefit of the doubt or whatever. So that was my experience. But I mean, if you ask me today, it's a different answer today. That's yesteryear. It was difficult for me to walk away from both, but eventually it happened.
Why was it difficult to walk away from non-family relationships, do you think?
Oh, because I mean, I don't, this I use this word because I think a lot of people will understand it, but I don't necessarily. I'm not religious or anything, but there's soul ties. We have commonalities together. We have common experiences together. We had good times together. So you built that bond up, and it wasn't that the relationship was necessarily bad. It ended up being bad, but it wasn't necessarily bad. It's just we had differences, irreconcilable. What they call it, irreconcilable differences. And so with that, we just got nasty, and we went our different ways. But it was I should have left a lot earlier than I did, but I stayed in, gave it the benefit of the doubt, like I said, and tried to work things out. But yeah, on both sides is difficult. And I'm gonna say this: I think the reason why that's my answer is because it all came down to me, right? It's the same person making the decision, right? It don't matter if it's somebody I've been with, and this person I'm talking about was long term. We was together like 7 years, so that's that. I think that makes a difference too, right? If I'm with somebody for a couple months, I'm out. But 7 years, and y'all done grow together, and your family is from day one. So, but after a certain point in time, I think it becomes, you start to form a particular bond that it starts to matter. And so, I did that. But I think I stayed way too long. It wasn't for me, but that's what it is, lesson learned.
What about you, Mark?
Like I say, for me, it's just the relationship. Like I say, on the outside, you really think once they gone forever. But family, you supposed to always be there. So for family, you like, I get back to them regardless. So we'll keep them around. But that outside relationship, that's the one you go hard to try to keep. Because once they gone, they gone. And it ain't. I don't believe in soul ties like most said. I don't believe in that portion of it. So I believe once they gone, they gone. So good riddance. But I think that's why people try to hold on to that one, because that goodbye is definitely final.
Okay, hold that thought. I believe I'm gonna mix the two. I believe we try harder in relationships because part of us doesn't want to be a failure, and we don't want to have to start over from scratch.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because
That's
most of
good.
the time, I think we know we need to let go, but we don't for a bunch of different reasons, and a lot of them are subconscious. You gonna say something?
I just wanted to add something to what you're saying, man, because the part that we have on is the fact that with the family, there's a history that you don't have with the relationship. There's a history. I mean, you from childhood up through. I mean, and it's during your formidable years, right? So it's from childhood up through whatever, right? Let's say it's your teen years, right? Just that alone, you got to give that the benefit of the doubt over the relationship because you don't have that in the relationship. That's crazy, man. That's your formidable years. You get experiences, you got life experiences. They took care of you. All that stuff you got to take into account. I would anyway.
But I think part of it, we got
DVP cut out DVP.
to look
I
at
thought it was
what
mine.
is the relationship with your family.
Did you say something,
The
DVP?
same.
Yeah, your internet is spotty, brother. You might have to say that again. Oh, he froze up, boy.
Am I back yet?
Not
Yeah, you
yet.
back now.
Yeah. Okay.
He left again.
I see him up there. He frozen like a statue of Black Jesus right now.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Oh
we
yeah.
hear you now.
Yeah. You good.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Can
we
you hear
hear
me
you.
now?
Yep.
Okay. Uh, yeah, I think a lot of it has to do, a lot of people don't have a good familiar relationship. So I think that has something to do with it too. Um, but when the choice of, I think I froze again.
We can hear you. Keep
Can you hear
talking.
me, Mo?
Yeah, we can hear
Okay.
you.
All right. So I don't know what's going on. It's one of them days. I'm gonna have to go grab my laptop in a minute and see if I can log on from there. Okay, I see my mouth moving. That's how I can tell if I'm moving. Yeah, but the family relationship means a whole lot because if you don't have that, then what are you basing a lot of things on? And I think sometimes if you don't have a good family relationship, you try even a little harder because you're trying to find ties. Because where I'm gonna disagree with Mark is most times you can break up with people and y'all can sometimes, y'all can still be cool. Y'all just can't be lovers no more. So the goodbye ain't always fine. I guess it just depends on the breakup and the reason why.
I can agree
Now
with that.
everybody else is frozen. Okay.
No, we still here.
Nah, we listening to you.
Okay. So maybe it's just mine that's static. So I'm sorry. So when I listen to some people and what they do or why they do it, you know, and I hate to use the daddy thing, but if they didn't have a good male role model, sometimes they in bad relationships because they don't know what a good relationship look like. Some of us don't know some men don't know what a good relationship looks like, so we hang around because we don't know. And it's like when I talk to some other people, kids who grew up in bad relationships where the mother stayed, for the child or, wanted to wait till a certain age. Sometimes the child still thought that was a relationship and that's how they go. So they didn't realize that if things were toxic or bad, that walking out was a realistic option. So what's up, Yolanda? So we stayed around for the wrongest of reasons because I think everybody knows they get a good idea when they're supposed to leave. You just don't act on it then. And it is a little bit hard to leave family because even if you distance yourself from them, technically you're still related to them. So you can't never kill the title. Even though before, I think last week we all agreed we've left some family members behind.
Yeah.
Right. Yolanda says she can call her ex anytime, and if he needs something, if she needs something, he's there. And I know a lot of people who are like that. One of my exes thought it was odd that I could be friends with my exes, and I was like, "You not?" She's like, "I'm not friends with none of them." And I was like, "That's interesting. You ain't got none of your exes. Y'all had an amicable breakup where just, does it have to be irreconcilable differences? Can't it just be y'all ain't clicking?" I mean, don't we have regular friends that we don't always click with, but they still fall under the friend category? We just don't mess with them all the time. I'm sure, Mark, me and you played with guys who we wouldn't call friends, but when it was time to play football, we was all united.
True. That is true.
But when the game was over, they can go sit over there. You can go sit over here.
Yeah, that's basically how it was.
So when we run across toxicity or something that we don't like, what's the deal breaker? Or what is it when you lace your shoes up a little bit tighter and you go 10 toes down, as they love to say now?
Is that a question? You want to know? You want to know my answer? Is that a question? What's the deal breaker?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
For me, the deal breaker was a couple of things. So I stuck in. I just talk about this one relationship. I stuck in with it. The highs and the lows and all of the problems and issues. Because there was good times too. And I stuck in there. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to make this work. My point where I had to let it go, I should have done it earlier, but this was the wake-up call. When the police came to the house and took me to jail. That was the point, man. I was like, oh, okay. And so what happened was we had a little apartment in a building, And you know how them apartments are. There's built. There's an apartment right next door, and then there's one next to the other door, and the hallway's about this big. You know, and so it was a tight space. So when there's noise, you know, people can hear it. So she was yelling and arguing one day. I wasn't saying nothing to her. I'm getting ready to leave. She was yelling and arguing, and so the police came. They talked to me. They pull her in a different room. You probably know how this works, DVP. They pull her in a different room. They talked to her. You know, with me in the kitchen, and she was in the bedroom with the door closed. Then they talked to me, and they said, "Well, we got to take one of you," and they took me. They said, "We got to take one of you." They took me, man, and so I stayed the night. I stayed 24 hours in the lockup, and in the morning I saw the judge. I didn't even do nothing, but they had me thinking, man, I'm about to go down because I had this, what they call a public defender. This person was garbage. Public defenders are garbage. I'm just talking about
Public pretenders.
yeah, man. She was like, she didn't even really care, man. I'm like, listen, make sure you do a good damn case up there, man. I didn't do nothing to this girl. All I did was get ready to go out the house, and then so what? I know one thing that the police did was they waited to see if Marks was gonna show up, see if I hit her or something. I don't hit women, man. I don't do that. But anyway, I stayed the night in lockup, and that was my wake up call. I said, "Oh, okay, yeah, I ain't supposed to be here. I ain't supposed to be going to lockup. Mo don't do lockup. I'm out."
So
that make all the sense in the world. I'm agree with you on that one.
So Mo, when they said somebody got to go to jail, you didn't raise your hand.
Hell no, they just took me though. They just took me, man. I didn't. No, hell no, I ain't doing that. I didn't do nothing.
Hey, you know that's when you're supposed to man up, be like, yo, don't take her. Just don't.
Get the hell out there. No, not me, brother.
You special.
Damn. DVP trying to act like he ain't going there and take the man every time.
Hey, but see, and you know it's crazy because most of the time, you know, one I ain't that big a dude. Most time, the reason it was easier for me, well, most time it's a police call, not a sheriff call. But even when I did restraining orders, because it was already determined who was going to go, because the way restraining orders work, most of them I didn't get no response. But you know, the whole thing, somebody got to go. See, that was a police construct because nobody has to go. And you know, most of the laws have changed now. But you know, because if there's something you ask one party to leave, say, hey man, you know, and you usually ask the guy because you know we're sexist. Hey, you know, won't you stay somewhere else tonight? You know, give her time to breathe. You know, y'all come back together, whatever. But legally you can't make nobody leave. But what was happening is police didn't want to come back, so they made a command decision. The best way not to come back is to take somebody with me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how but that was part of how domestic calls ended up being so violent because the woman would then attack the cop. So now you got I'm fighting her, now she fighting him, and it was just and you know, even state started doing, you know, it got into a whole convoluted thing, but we don't get into that. We'll do Law and Order on another show. But yeah, that's a good example, Mo, to me. And it's crazy. I'm gonna get this one story. I went to one and I was talking to a lady who was a victim, and I think I told you this before. And you know, they asked her, you know, why you what's going on in the relationship? And she said, well, you know, we fight all the time, we done stab each other, yada yada yada. And I'm like, well, damn, that's a lot. But she said we stabbed each other. I'm like, oh, okay. She said, but he got mad and tied me to a railroad track. That's when I got scared.
What kind of cocktail shit is that? Yeah, I think I'd have been scared at that point too.
But Mark, how do you not get mad if y'all been stabbing each other? See, to me, that was too much. Y'all ain't
one
been
just ain't
fighting.
getting their stab back.
Y'all ain't been. Mark, they ain't just been fighting. She said they have both stabbed each other. I stabbed him, he stabbed me, but that didn't bother. I was like, hold on, when was it? Yeah, I stabbed him in the shower one time, but I wasn't. I forgot what she said. And I was like, I'm just listening. I'm like, what? And yeah. So he tied you to a railroad track, and that's when you became. Yeah, I didn't like being tied to a railroad track. I'm thinking so, but being stabbed didn't really bother you like that. She said, no, he didn't stab. She said he didn't stab me deep. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was that was when I overstood. I overstood then, Mo.
Hey, DP is I'm thinking tying somebody to a railroad track is attempted murder, but
Only if the train is coming.
You don't know when it's coming though.
Well, but in Georgia we don't have attempted murder. We got assault.
Oh, okay.
But I'm thinking technically, if he didn't hit her hard before he tied her, it might not be assault. It might be kidnap. I don't know, because
did he tie her up before or after they got to the railroad tracks?
Mark, you ever talk to kids and they say shit that sound amazing? You can't ask no questions because you don't want to sound stupid. You just let them talk because anything you say you're gonna make you sound stupid because you like. So I couldn't ask nothing because I'm just listening to the whole abusive thing they've been going through. I mean, and she got scars to prove that she's telling the truth, and I'm just like, wow. And I said, the judge had me listening. He's like, do you want to take out a warrant? She said, oh no, I don't want him locked up. I just want him to leave the house because you don't like being tied to railroad tracks. Which, I mean, I get it, because I wouldn't want to be tied to railroad tracks either.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to be stabbed in the shower. I mean, I just got to think Mo don't want to be locked up. I don't want to be stabbed. Mark, what's your you don't want to be? You can't take locked up or stabbed. Those two taken.
Do it get any worse? Shit. I've been tied to railroad tracks. What's worse than that? Okay, I got one. I don't want to be in the house and somebody run a truck through the side of my bedroom door and I'm pinned in there and the house catch on fire.
Oh my goodness. Jesus.
What's going on, man? Yeah. We're talking about toxic relationships. We're gonna talk about cows, milks, and relationships. And
but I can say this about toxic relationships, and you did point out a good point, DVP. A lot of people up until we're gonna say within the last 5 to 10 years, didn't know that they would or don't recognize that they're in a toxic relationship. That term just more recent term. I realized I was in a toxic relationship with my kid's mom, but while I was in it, didn't seem so bad. But as it got worse, then I started noticing that I just wasn't happy at all. So once I started being miserable every day, it was time to get out. But when I was happy, 30% of the time, I was still good. It's just when I got miserable every day, I was like, oh, this is not for me.
Well, for some, the toxicity is the excitement.
Yeah.
We'll make cavalier statements like, "Oh, it was exciting. We did all kind of crazy things." And crazy is a synonym for toxicity when people don't realize it.
That is true.
And like I say, it seems exciting when you're going through it, but when you look back on it, when you become older and become a little bit wise, you're like, man, that shit was kind of crazy. That was crazy.
Stupid.
But in the moment, it is what it is, and this is what some people thrive for, which don't nobody, as we get older, Mark, you ain't there yet, but like me and Mo, we crave boredom. It's okay to be bored. It's nice and safe. You can sleep.
Yeah, I ain't got that yet.
Yeah, you can sleep. You can sleep through when it's boring. You don't want to be on high alert all the time. So some of these things we did when we were younger, when we look back on them, would you still do some of this crazy stuff with these same crazy people? Going to jail together, doing this or doing that, thinking that the fight means that we love each other, or we fighting for love and craziness. I wish I could show the video, but like the video I put in chat where the guy's talking to the woman while she's with her boyfriend. And she look at him, but she ain't shutting nothing down. See, when we were younger, most of us would have fought that dude, and it wouldn't have been our fight to have because it should have been up to her to shut it down. We
I
can't
agree.
we can't impose our will on her, but in our 20s, ain't that what most of us would have done?
Yeah, he disrespected me.
And,
Now I gotta fight him.
and in truth, he didn't. He just shot his shot because he didn't know who you was. You weren't standing right next to her, and she didn't do nothing. She
I got,
disrespected us.
I got a story like this, like similar to that. So back, DVP when the bounce was open. I'm in the bounce one night and seen a chick I went to school with. Hadn't seen her since we graduated, so we may be 5-6 years out of graduation. She was in the same homeroom, so I was speaking to her. And this nigga gonna say to me, "Yeah, that's my girl. Can't you see she pregnant with my baby?" Nigga, I don't want her. I'm just speaking because we went to school together. Seeing that could have went completely left. And I can only imagine how toxic that relationship could have possibly been because this nigga talking about she pregnant, showing. I'm trying to figure out why she at the bounce.
Because she wanted to make sure the baby came.
They were gonna be in the cage.
But see, and that's a perfect example why I don't understand why guys get mad when somebody buy their girl a drink. Because one, like you, she could have just been a classmate and you speaking and you buying a drink because you remember her or whatever. But if me and my woman ain't sitting there together all hugged up, lovey-dovey, how he supposed to know who she is? I could still be her brother, her cousin, or a coworker. So I don't understand why we get so defensive because somebody buy our girl who, by most accounts, we think she look good. So why do we think somebody else ain't gonna think she look good? Like I said, if we sitting there holding hands and kissing and he send a drink over, then he disrespecting me. But if I go to the bathroom or like I said, we sitting on opposite sides of the table, come on, is that really disrespect if he send a drink? Is it really
Not it's
disrespectful?
disrespectful if he don't send me one too.
But why should he send you one? You ain't the cute one.
Shit. I'm gonna act like all them good and broke bitches. He gotta buy both of us a drink. Shit.
What's what? Mo, bring some common sense to this.
This
is what you at the show for.
He must be a broke and he ain't buy me a drink.
I got a funny story. All right, I don't know if I ever told y'all this one. So this is
You
lighten it up
did.
because y'all getting into some deep stuff. So I'm gonna lighten it up. All right, so my wife went out one night. She went out to the club, and while she out at the club, I stayed at home. I was like, I ain't going out tonight. I'm staying at home. So about 11:45, I get a call. Answer the phone. It's her. Hey, guess who's in the club? I said, who? She said, Shaq. I said, Shaquille O'Neal? She said, yeah. She said, he asked for my number. I said, you give it to him? I said, listen, you can both get rich off of this. Go ahead, man. This is destiny, man. Go ahead and do your thing. I can't, I ain't getting in the way of that. She started cracking up. I was dead serious though, man. I'm like, listen, man, I can't stop that, man. I said, I can't even blame you if you took that opportunity and left. And what I'm gonna say, man, that's a whole lifestyle change. It was funny though. We laughed about it. It was a good time.
She must really love you, Mo.
Hey, that's what I said. I said, listen. I said, look, I wouldn't even been mad at you if you would have said, listen, I got to do this. I wouldn't have been mad. How you gonna get mad at that? That don't make no sense, right? A millionaire.
And she even called you and told you.
Exactly. Yeah, I can't even get mad at you, man. I'll be like, I told her, I said, listen, if you would have left, I would have asked you if I could have been your side chick. That's about it.
You gonna be the side chick, Mo?
I'll be the side dude. If
hey, DVP, his wife called him saying, "Hey, Mo, I ain't never coming home."
Yeah. Hey, if I'd have said why, she said, "That just picked me up." I'll be like, okay, I understand. It's all good. And then I got.
But see, I'm with Mo.
I agree with him. I'm with you all the way. Ain't nothing you can do with that.
I ain't mad. I appreciate the phone call.
Go be happy.
Hey, is he gonna continue to pay the mortgage? And hey, go be
Yeah.
great. Go
That's
be
what I
great.
said. I'll be your side dude. Just bust me off, a little bit.
Yeah, some things you really let's see. I can't beat him. I can't outmoney him because he's richer.
Yep.
He's way richer than me and my friends. So hey.
Ain't nothing you could do. It's a helpless moment.
But and she gave Mo the power because she told him. I mean, she could have said, "Hey, Shaq asked for my number. Bye."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She told me the whole situation, how it worked. The lady came over to her and said, "Mr. O'Neal wants you to have here's Mr. O'Neal's number. He said, call him. He said, get in touch with him. He gonna be out front waiting for you and all that." She told me the whole thing. I was cracking up, man. I was serious. I was like, "You didn't go, man?" Because I don't know, man. If it would have been like, one of them superstar ladies, I might have had to consider it.
Hey Mo. If I ever did or said anything that offended you, I apologize. Because if your wife stayed in that situation and didn't leave you for Shaq, you got to be a killer. She feared for her life. Mo gonna tie up to the railroad tracks.
Man, she could have listened. They would have been in Boca Raton by the time I got my knife and gun. She would have been in Boca Raton on the beach relaxing, man. Come on, man.
But yeah, but we have to. Sometimes you have to respect the game. Like what he say. Your chick chose me.
Yeah.
But it's the crazy part when you talk to women, as we drift off, when you talk to women, most women aren't with the guy who made the most money. That's something that bothers us way more than it bothers them. I ain't saying it ain't something out there that choose that, but when you ask most women, they're not with the guy who made the most money.
Mm-mm.
So it's crazy when I hear guys always say that, "Oh, you just going to him because he got money." Well, if money was an issue, 9 times out of 10, why was she with your broke ass in the first place?
Big facts.
Because we know we got friends who got good looking women and they pure hobos, but she with you, bro. So you might need to treat her a little bit better because she providing everything.
Yeah.
And when they're not stepping up, that's why they feel threatened by a man with money because he can make her life a whole lot easier than we can. And it's like, oh, because my thing is, if you truly believe that your girl gonna leave you for a drink, ain't that your fault for picking her?
That is true. That is a bad choice.
And it's like, he did this, he did that. Bro, first of all, it's a drink. If you really believe your girl gonna leave you for, let's say it's a Top Joe drink and it's $15, you really believe she gonna leave you because somebody bought her a drink?
Well, you know what these simps say. These simps say, you just open the door for him to come on in and step in and take your old lady.
And again, a drink, not a car, not a house payment, a drink. If you think your girl will leave you for a drink, and when I did this thing, the fellas got mad at me. I said, dude, you're several levels of stupid. You're several levels of stupid. If your girl is that easy, why'd you even pick her? So for a drink, she gonna throw her legs in the air and give him the best night of his life for a drink? Is that how much you think of your? Is that how much you think of your girl? Which means that's a reflection on you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I agree, Yolanda. Yeah,
I ain't right.
Share the tip.
You right, Yolanda. I told you I'd be the side dude on that one. You right.
Step aside. That's all you can do. But it's just they say like the video. I hate you can't show the video. The video, like, he stepped in, he spoke to the woman, tried to holler at her, and she like, "Hey, you ain't gonna say that? No, you tell him who I am, and you slide on over here." But if you're not gonna do that, then I'm definitely not gonna do it.
Hey, listen, man, I'm probably different. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll tell you how I used to handle those situations. I didn't handle them, I guess, kind of like that dude. But what I did was I just stepped out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because I had confidence that my woman was gonna handle it the best way possible, and I didn't need to come aggressive right yet. Right. So I'm like, step back. He's gonna try to shoot his shot. She's gonna turn him down. He's gonna go his way. It's done. It's over. Ain't no harm, no foul, right? And so I would just step back. But then, if it got out of hand, then okay, then I have to come up and just kind of grab her hand and be like, come on, let's go. But that's kind of how I would handle it. I didn't see the need to be aggressive and overpowering and be like, yo, why you coming to my girl? Well, because she's standing there alone and she fly and it's a club. That's why he came up to her. I don't need to ask that dumb question. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'll let this play out, and that's it. But if it gets to a point of disrespect, then I gotta step it. Because dudes, because you think of it this way, right? I ain't gonna be there all the time. So what?
Right.
I'm just gonna pop up. Hey, why you talking to my girl? I'm just gonna pop up. Yeah, so I'm just like, look, this is a situation that's gonna happen whether I'm there or not.
I'm laughing at Felipe, that joker. That pay him no attention. That shit is funny.
But hey, Felipe, if she leave me for a Sprite, and I know Felipe talking trash about the boyfriend, but at the end of
he talking about me.
So he knows something about you, huh?
I'm a Sexy Red fan. It ain't no secret. But yeah, I'm with, like you say, she shouldn't be leaving you for a drink. You done definitely chose the wrong person. Even 2 drinks. But I guess they know their old lady. They know how they got it. They got off for 2 drinks.
Well, if you're that insecure, man, you just need to stay home. You can't go nowhere. Just stay home.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can share this video.
We sure hope so. Hey, Varshay, how you doing today?
This is the one I was thinking of. But
yeah. Does it have sound?
I don't hear the sound.
Yeah, it has sound. No, it doesn't. We don't hear it. But check that.
All right, let me see if I can go back.
Yeah, we can't hear it.
How do I, man? When it ends, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it over.
Okay.
I've seen that. Yeah, I seen that exact video. I know exactly what you're talking about. Ain't no sound.
Yeah,
Dude. Just
yeah,
so you know.
they are wrapped too tight. But if she out there every day, and the 1 drink turned into 2 drinks, and every week she getting drink after drink after drink, yeah, that Pandora's box can be opened.
So I don't know if y'all can hear that.
Nah, we couldn't hear it, but we could see it. I mean,
like
I was reading it pretty fast.
Okay, yeah, and the caption was there, but yeah, she in the store. Buddy walk up to her, he grab her hand the first time, and she look at him, then she grabbed it again. He asked for the number, and she look at Buddy like, you ain't gonna say nothing, but she ain't never said nothing. And it's like, she ain't even to me, she didn't even walk to her man. She kind of stood in the center, and it's like, why should you have to fight over a woman? And it's funny. I believe they're in Target, but that's a whole nother story. But it looked like Target.
But it's like, one thing that I will say that was wrong was when he said, I thought that was your brother. She said, no, that's my man. He should have ended the conversation then, but he gonna say, well, still, can I get your number? Now that man never went to look too far.
Okay. He asked. So I'm gonna take it off of him, because if I'm just looking, they ain't doing nothing together. They just in the store together. He could be anybody. They might not even be together. But why is it his decision? Because that's one of the things. If he wasn't there, what would she do? So you can't check her and fight, because you're gonna fight and go to jail. So when you hit him and go to jail, then he's free to be with her anyway for the rest of the night.
Yeah, that is true.
So DVP, I know you see these kind of things just because of the occupation you've done, but the one thing I did notice about this whole video is body language and position. How is it that girl is halfway in between her man and this dude instead of being right next to her dude? See, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. You're supposed to be with your man, lady. What you doing?
It's so for clickbait.
That's part of it. Yeah, of course. I know it is, but I'm just pointing out the obvious. That right there, that's doesn't make sense right there.
But Varshay, you retarded. Sometimes you might need another one. But why should he say? But for him to say that for her, to me, it almost speaks insecure on his part, because she should have did all that.
Yeah, I agree, Varshay. She should have said that. It's not always the woman's fault, but she has to reject him. I can't reject him, because all he gonna do is catch him on aisle 7, and they gonna still do what they gonna do. It's up to her to shut that down.
Man, when the man don't do it, it's the same thing. He don't know who to go to. He went to her, and she looking for something else. Come on now, when a man come up to you, it's like when I tell women, when a man walk up to you and he said, "Can I holler at you?" and you say, "I'm married," well, technically you never said no. You gave him his excuse, because no. If you don't want to do it, no is the right answer. Nothing else matters. I know. But so why can't you just say no? Why do you need to offer an excuse? So what's the man supposed to do? Because the man can sit there and say she good, but what if she ain't good? And rejections can be dangerous, but how dangerous can they be when you with your dude?
Yeah,
he's standing right there now. I don't think it's gonna get dangerous.
And so,
at that point is when he should step in. Now it's gone too far. She tried to shut it down by saying, "No, thank you, I'm good." And if he goes to the next level, then the man steps in. But if she never shuts it down, it's on them. Keep pushing.
Right, and I'm gonna agree that rejections can be dangerous. And I tell women, be careful all the time. Even if you got to give the brother the other number or the number when he called, let him talk to you. But in this situation, the man could have easily said she good. But Varshay, why couldn't she say she good? Why couldn't she say I'm good? Why couldn't she say, well, I'm with my boyfriend? Hell, if we want to be good, why can't she say, ask him and see what he say?
Yeah,
if he say he don't want me no more, if he say he don't see, if Shaq would have went to Mo and said, "Hey Mo, can I holler at your wife?" Mo would have been like, "Do your thing."
Yeah, I was kidding. Hey, DVP. Hey, listen. I'm not even listen. I was about to tell you a story. So look, that actually happened, man. And so I wasn't wound too tightly during this time, but what happened was, dude came up. We in the gym. We all in the gym. My woman got on this tight, them tight spandex, everything popping, looking good, right? And so this dude that I run ball with, he came to me and said, "Hey, man, your woman looking good." I said, "Go ahead, man. Go shoot your shot. See how I work out." Right? And so the whole thing, man, this was the thing, at that time, I was in real good shape. I wasn't worried about too much. And so if he would have went over, shot his shot, got rejected, respectfully went away, it wouldn't have been no problem. But if he would got out of line,
Right.
I was already planning on having a big problem, man. So all I'm saying is, yeah, everybody act like that lady need protection. Them women are just as fierce as all dudes. They know how to reject you when it's the right time. I've been rejected hard, man. You know what I'm saying? So you don't gotta always do that, especially if you got a woman that is confident and knows how and confident that you're there. You're gonna just say what does she gotta say. That's it. I'm with my man, or whatever. No, I'm not interested. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
That's true. Hey, because the thing is, what is she gonna do when you're not there?
Yeah.
What up, Sean? But yeah, now you gotta think about what she gonna do when you're not around. Let me see how she handled this in my presence. So I think that she's handling it the same way when she's not in my presence.
At some point, y'all don't want us to be overbearing, and at some point, we shouldn't have to be overbearing. You know, like I say, to me, like I say, and this is one of the things where we have to talk, because what is she shouldn't have to when you're, but so if I ain't there, then what's the response? Let me call him first and see what he say. Because if we're all grown, you can speak for yourself. Maybe she is interested. Maybe she ready to get away from me. Maybe we just at Target because we just going through the motions. So, Varshay.
Yeah.
But that's one of them things everybody need to know. That's why I say when we sit back and we talk about the drink, I'm not finna get upset about nobody buying a drink. To me, it just ain't there. If I'm with my woman and I go to the bathroom and the guy he's sitting at the table, I'm gonna watch her body language. If it look like she's trying to get rid of him and he won't go, then I'm gonna step in. But if she's doing her thing, there's no need for me to do nothing. But if she liking the company, then that just means I need to start making some decisions.
That's true. That's
true. That's the same way I am, man. Because I told you, man, I came back from the bathroom and my wife was she wasn't my wife at the time. My girlfriend was on the dance floor dancing, and I'm thinking, she's looking at me, and I'm like, have fun, have a dance, just dance. But it's all good. You know what I mean? So, I didn't have to do nothing. I wasn't insecure. I guess an insecure dude would have been like, "Why you dance with her?" And cause some problems. But that wasn't me. So.
But like I say, as you say, because what I do, if he starts something, let's just say he's like when we in our 20s and 30s, he swing on buddy for being disrespectful. He go to jail. Then where's girl at? Because she ain't going to jail too.
Yeah, you lost the girl anyway.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, So why should he have to do a whole lot extra for something she could stop? And if she don't stop, then he can. Like I said, if he continue to be disrespectful, he can step up and say something. But why not give her the first opportunity to say, "Yo, that's my man," or like I said, "No, thank you," because I done been out and walked away and somebody tried to hit on my woman. I don't need for you to just all of a sudden buck up and act like I'm overly insecure. Hey, move. Why you all up on her face? Because again, what if it's Mark and it's a classmate who recognized her? What if it's a friend from work that I just ain't never met? So why am I just all of a sudden blowing up because somebody is on her?
Yeah.
Hey, this is what I did. This is what I did to reconcile all of that. I was like, I got it in my mind. I'm like, my woman looks good. When she goes out, people gonna try to talk to her. Who the hell? I can't be everywhere at all the time trying to prevent that. I said, look, they're gonna try to talk to her, and all it's gonna come down to is a respectful exchange of words. As long as that's all it come down to, I'm good. That's it.
Right, but so if don't nobody else want her, because what happened when she out of my sight? She gonna go to work. She gonna go wherever. Like most, I'm not gonna go everywhere with her. So how many times do I have to keep defending this if she ain't gonna never defend it? Because if she don't want to be with you, then it ain't even your job to stand up. I got something. Hold on. You want to get back?
Well, yeah, it's just I get it, Varshay. But what type of look did he give him? Did he give him one of them dirty looks? Did he give him a smug look? Did he give him one of them disrespectful looks? Or he just gave him a head nod, like, yeah, this me. Because, but he apologized and walked away because it may have been more of you and your body language of like, nah, she with him.
But
So
how
did he know that y'all were together? Because he just looked at it?
Yeah, that's what I was going to get at, because I've seen this happen and it worked out just well. All the lady had to say was, well, I'm here with my man. That should be the end of it. It don't got to be no more. That's it. I'm here with my man. Now, if you still approaching after that, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be one.
And this is where people have to match up. Because you're saying she's not the one, so I don't know what reference you're putting it in. Some women are shy, some with this. Some women do require an overly aggressive man, and that's fine. Everybody got to know what they're getting. Because I wouldn't do it, and I can be aggressive, but not in that. I'm a fight for what's mine once what's mine is being disrespected. But I like good-looking women, so I know that people are going to hit on anybody that I'm attracted to.
Right.
That's a whole nother job. I gotta keep jumping. Hey, no, don't look at her. Hey, no, she mine. When I just get a tattoo on her head and said not available. At some point, because my woman ain't gotta walk up in front of no woman who look at me and smile like, don't be looking at him, he my man. Ain't that what you say? You saying be aggressive and extreme. The man did what he was supposed to do. He didn't raise his voice. He showed restraint. He showed maturity. And he said, that's up to you to make that call who you want to be with. Because who makes a call who want to be with? Other than that, then we wrong. We might as well be cavemen. Oh, you gonna like me and that's it. I want you to look at what you say. I was on a first date last weekend. Another man was attempting to approach me. My date looked at him, but he ain't saying that. He just looked at. He apologized and walked away. But how close are you to your date? And again, now she's standing right there. And with Mark's comment, he saw a friend. He saw an old classmate in the club and bought her a drink or whatever. I forgot what he did. But
I just spoke.
He just spoke to her, and all of a sudden, dude was aggressive. For what? For what? I just sent you the video, Varshay. But
Varshay, you say he looked at him. What type of look did he give him? Because in that video, Buddy did look over at her. He looked up from his phone, looked at him. Okay. So what's this look?
So and then look at, I think all of this, my personal opinion is that all this comes down to the relationship you two have together. That third party don't got nothing to do with what y'all have together. It's showing that whole scenario showed how fragile the bond between those two are. Because if they had a strong bond, he couldn't just step up and cause a rift. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't do it. It wouldn't have happened. Because your woman know who you are, you know who she is, and that's it. Like, I know my lady, she ain't falling for it. You can come up to her with the keys to the look. Shaq couldn't even get none. You know what I'm saying? I ain't insecure. I don't want it. It don't matter to me.
Well, I can get that look at this age. If I'd have got that look at my 20s, it was gonna be ugly. It was gonna be ugly.
Yeah. Oh,
how was it being passive though, Varshay? If he claimed you got to claim him back. If you don't claim him back, then there's no passive. If you claim him, there's nothing to when two people claim. When Mo gave his example, guess what? She called him. She didn't say you need to get up here because. And I'm sure Shaq wasn't the only one who thought she was good looking. So he can't let her go out by himself. So You know, any man who's been on a date with a good looking woman knows that a lot of times y'all ain't reading the room. But we see who looking at y'all. We're not gonna approach every guy who looking at y'all.
Not a chance.
But Lord knows we see who looking. We see who looking too long. What are we supposed to do? Mean mug everybody? Then that mean we ain't taking the time to enjoy our date. We sitting there being part-time security. Why?
Yeah.
I only need to be security when he come up and touch her inappropriately. But it came up, touched the hand. Notice she didn't even pull her hand away. She was just like looking. She saw what her dude was.
Yeah.
So why should he be aggressive to something that she didn't even get offended by?
So Varshay, can that dude teach me to look? I want to practice it next week.
But check this out. The look only gonna work if he look at you. If he started paying her attention, he ain't gonna see you giving the look. No way.
Right.
Where we at? We 7 o'clock. Let me. I was invited to a thing, and it's always interesting to hear men and women talk about relationships. It's always interesting to hear what women say they won't do until they get married. They ain't gonna do this. They ain't gonna do this. But they got expectation of guys. And I just listened to it, how comical it is. And these be the same women who want to get married, and it's like, hey, when you're dating, you got to know who you're dating. I'm sure that we've dated. We knew that some people had long-term potential, some people had short-term potential, some were layaway, some was just sex partners, some was whatever. But when you want this guy to do everything, and he got to keep earning stuff, but you ain't doing nothing. So if he's gonna be intentional and he knows that he wants to be married, and he gonna do stuff for his wife, but you ain't gonna do nothing except for your husband, then why should he do stuff for you that is he should save some things for the wife and his family? And a lady said, she repeated the dumb statement, if a man can get the milk for free, he ain't gonna buy the cow. I was like, I'm gonna tell you how crazy a statement it is. Because he may not buy the cow, but if he getting milk from this cow, he's already bought the cow and he feeding the cow. So I'm not understanding how that works. He feeding this
DVP,
cow.
that's a mental illness.
It's psychotic.
It's a mental illness.
When women say, "Oh, I'm not doing this until I'm married," so if the man said he ain't doing this until I'm only spending money on women related to me. So we're gonna keep doing that shit because you got your set of rules, and I'm not supposed to have none. And it doesn't make sense, because when we dating, there's a point where we looking at what will the future look like, and all we hearing is no, 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 no. And it's like women say, "Oh, man, gotta do this for me," and a man, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But please believe, if there's no reward system in it for both parties, it ain't gonna work for neither party. Because even when people do stuff and they claim it's just out the goodness of their heart, and Lord knows I know some good brothers and some good sisters, and they may be doing that the goodness of their heart, but don't say thank you and see how much goodness they got. Because they can be like, that mother didn't even say thank you. Because they wanted something. They wanted acknowledgement that they did something good for you, and you didn't give that. So there are very few people who do things and don't want nothing in return. They may not want something tangible, but Mo, your friend asked you to borrow some money, you lend them some money, and they just kidding and keep going. They don't say appreciate it or nothing. You remember that, don't you? You remember that they ain't say appreciate it or thank you, or like Mark, when you go help somebody, you go help your boy change a tire, and then y'all get finished, and he be like, "All right, holler at you tomorrow." Hold on, nigga, you ain't gonna say appreciate it, something, offer me a drink or nothing. And you didn't, you was gonna do it anyway. You weren't gonna charge, but then they can't even acknowledge the fact that you did something. Because we all want something. We all want some type of reward, whether it be verbal or whatever. Yeah. There's something. There is a requirement for every good deed done. There is a requirement.
Varsity, I'm willing to bet they are not virgins. There's some used coochie out here thinking that you're going followed by their expectations, and you do all these husband duties, and they ain't gonna do wifely duties until they get married. And you see that stupid shit on social media all the time. I ain't doing wifely duties as a girlfriend. But being a girlfriend and dating it's an interview. It's an interview to becoming a wife. I don't think they look at it that way.
But let's take a commercial break and let's look at this. Mo, Mark, Sean, what's your other friend name?
Sean, you stupid.
What's your other friend name, Mark? Felipe.
Felipe.
For real, fellas. Do we want virgins? Don't most men want an experienced woman. So most grown men ain't got no use for no virgins. None. It's cute in your 20s. You want to go through all that? You want somebody who can do tricks with you.
Yeah.
So we do keep saying, oh, we want a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. If she a virgin, she ain't got no freak tendencies. And chances are she's way too young. So unless they on some Trump shit,
you know that bullshit, they born again virgins.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
But yeah,
hey man, once the club been shot up, once the club been shot up, yeah, the insurance rate is what it is. Once you done had a shooting at the club, it is what it is. But when women say crazy stuff like that, and I'm listening to them, oh, a man got to step up, a man got to do this, and this, and this, and this, and a man is gonna generally do these things if that's who he is. But don't step up and see what happened to this man. Oh, he couldn't. You're right. He ain't gonna keep putting up with nothing. Everybody's looking for a ROI, a return on investment. Everybody's looking for it. Some people have an unrealistic expectation for this return. Other people know this is a quid pro quo. You do something, I'll do something. You do something, I'll do something. You get a raise at work because you do a little bit more work than everybody else. So your employer appreciates it. They compensate you for it. They don't just compensate you because you filled out the application. You gotta do something to get this. When you want this, let me be clear on this. When you want this man of means, to do something, understand he got options too. He got options. Women, we know y'all got options. Because y'all ain't never hurting for sex. A man of means ain't never hurting for sex. So when he chooses you and you choose to make him go through this Steve Harvey bullshit, and I'm gonna call it what it is, because when Steve met his gangster wife, he was married to somebody else, and I guarantee it wasn't 90 days before they started doing the nasty. But he telling women, don't do nothing for 90 days. Go to your job and don't do nothing for 90 days and see if you get paid. Because at the end of the day, when you apply for this wife or girlfriend position, that's a position. There are requirements to get this position. And keeping your hand out saying do this, that ain't gonna work too long. That ain't gonna work too long.
Yeah, but they want the man to step right in and be the protector, provider, and all this other shit that basically like a slave. You need to come running. If I got a flat tire, if I got this, you got. They come with all these list of requirements, and I ain't doing that. I'm a wife.
No,
Die alone. Get your goddamn cat.
I went to one, and the girl asked me about my 401k, and I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. You're right. Or say if she's self-sufficient, she can choose her time. And guess what though? If he's self-sufficient, he get to choose too. See, sometimes I think women date bum dudes and they apply that bum dude standard to good men. Sometimes men date bum women and they think they can apply that standard to good women. See, the soul ties missing each other. Broke need to stay with broke. Able-bodied need to stay with able-bodied. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're dating down or up, you gotta adjust your game accordingly. What are they crying about?
Doing what things? What things are they doing, Varshay? Just because?
You mean like probably buying a drink, changing the tire, something like that.
So if the man is self-sufficient, don't he get options too, right? So how is the comparison odd? We're talking about two self-sufficient people, two people who are wanted by
If
by they're technically prey, even though they're the predator. Because when a man has options, he get to choose. He's got a line of people trying to get to him. The woman has the same. The woman has the same thing.
It's I look at this a lot, and one thing that I realize is that a lot of people, I ain't even gonna say male or female, but it's across the board. A lot of people believe that their value is associated with how much you can get somebody else to do for you. That's what they base their own value on. How much you can get somebody else to do something for you. And that's absolutely ridiculous. That has nothing to do with it. Because you know what? Because I might value you at this moment because I want something. So I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it because I value at this moment, but it's not gonna be consistent. It's not gonna be all the time. I'm not gonna be that stand up for you. So your value has to be, you have to look at value in a different way. Can't look at it that way, you know.
Sean, you stupid. But based on what we say, that's true. That's what you got to do. But if both people are self-sufficient, then it ain't too much you finna come together and do. I think a lot of women think that meeting this self-sufficient man means he's supposed to come in and mysteriously pay all her bills and all her upkeep and all that old stupid shit. And he just wait 90 days to get some used pussy. Tragic.
So look, I'm not saying this is the ideal couple, but if Stedman and Oprah can be together as a relationship, they got all the damn money in the world, so they don't need nothing. They don't even need nobody else. But if they can come together as a couple, then there's a piece of their relationship that has nothing to do with monetary issues. It has nothing to do with those little intrinsic value things. It has to do with they like to be around each other. They make each other feel good. Those types of things. So that's the stuff that you got to look at.
But and let's look at the two basic things that most people want in a relationship, men and women: appreciation and respect. Appreciation and respect. Both people want that. But again, when these things are happening, what's the return? And see, that's what you got to look at. Everybody ain't looking at the same return. Some people truly do like to believe in making other people happy. They truly believe that. They'll do it at their own expense. And this is one of those things where at some point toxic resentment kicks in. Because I'm sorry, we don't understand why they broke up. And I tell you why. One party they felt unappreciated. Everything else might have looked good, but when you listen to why people don't survive, most time it revolves around them other two things. Irreconcilable differences revolves around respect and what I just say? What was the
loyalty?
thing? Not
Appreciation.
Appreciation. When people don't feel appreciated, they don't want to stay around no more. When they don't feel respect, they don't want to stay around no more. I don't care what else is going on. The women who date rich men but don't get with them because there's a level of respect that some of these rich men don't give them because they feel like they can do whatever they want to with them. So they don't feel respected and they move on. When men don't feel respected, when they doing things for their woman and they don't feel respected, you'll see they start changing. They move on. So it's a whole thing. You know, we can peel these couples, Moyu, Stedman, and Oprah. When you look at Jay-Z and Beyonce, when you look at Will and Jada, people can talk about what they want to with them. But guess what? They ain't divorced yet. They don't let nobody get in their way. Everybody speculate about what they doing. But when Will felt like Jada was being disrespected in front of him, what did he do? And then you say, oh, he ain't have to do all that. Well, in my world, he did. Because we heard all the excuses. Oh, he wouldn't have did it if it was The Rock. No. Let's be fair. The Rock wouldn't have did it anyway. What's up, Sharonda? Magic Johnson got a gay son. Dwayne Wade got a gay son. They go to comedy shows all the time. You don't hear nobody telling jokes about their sons while they're there. Because rule is you can talk about me. You can't talk about my family in front of me. So when Will stood up, who'd you hear? Oh, women talking about, oh, he ain't have to do all that. Oh, but I thought y'all wanted somebody to step up for y'all. So
True.
it's a where is that line? But we think we know about other people's relationship when we have no clue about other people's relationship or what make them tick. If that's what they like, that's what they like. And if entanglement is part of their relationship, that's what they like. They got what they wanted out of the deal. Don't nobody care what we think. Oh, it couldn't have been me. Right. You were never in that situation, and chance are you'll never get put in that situation because it ain't you. Oh, Oprah and Stedman doing this. They both gay. But they gay or not, they've been together for 1,000 years and we still wondering what, because everything for everybody. The reason Mo with his woman might not be good enough for me. But guess what? It don't matter because I ain't got to be with her and she ain't got to be with me. It's only got to work for Mo and his woman. For Mark and his woman. It's whatever they doing only has to work for them. For me and my woman, whatever we do has to work for me. We could all sit here and tell a story. Mark could tell us about him and his woman. Me and Mo could be like, hell no, I wouldn't do all that. But it ain't got to for us. As long as Mark's smiling, like I said, he happy more than 30% of the time. Shit, it is what it is. It is what it is. And we keep trying to act like people got to live based on what we want. But hell, we ain't happy. So who in the hell let us get to decide? Who? If it worked for Mark and Mark like what he is, all I'm gonna do is say, Mark, keep having fun, brother. Mo, keep having fun. Because we keep trying to say what should, and this is one of those uncomfortable conversations that it need to be had. Hey, if this happened, what do you expect? What would you expect me to do? So, fellas, when y'all talk, when y'all in the dating phase, ladies, when y'all in the dating phase, bring up the situation. Hey, if we had the fellas, your woman say, hey, if we go to the club and a man buy me a drink, what do you expect me to do?
Drink it. One less I gotta buy.
And see, that's my mindset. Get the good shit, cause that mean we just save $12. We can get some better food out of that. And you know, cause I don't work that club, I'ma still say the rule is when you get a drink, this is all you owe. You owe a drink salute. Ladies, if you ask a man to buy you a drink, club rules. I ain't make these shit up. Club rules. If you ask a man to buy you a drink, you owe him that many minutes worth of conversation. How much a drink costs, that's how many minutes of conversation you owe him. If you asked him to buy you a drink. If you didn't ask, like I say, all you owe is this. That's it.
Those Atlanta rules, man.
Nah, brother.
Club rules.
Them club rules.
Hey, if you ask a man to buy you a drink, it's just conversation. Man, it's going farther than that.
No, that's what he wants. But the club rules say,
okay, I got you.
You owe him that many minutes worth of conversation. Right. Sharon, the lady shouldn't ask because you put yourself in a position.
Right.
But then some ladies feel like they can answer. Oh shit, yeah. See, it's amazing how blonde some women can be about what's really going on in life. Yo, women come in asking for drinks. They asking. I remember hell, I was just security. Women be like, you buy me a drink? Then I'm like, nope. One, I ain't thirsty. Two, you shouldn't have came to the club thirsty. Then your mama tell you to eat and drink before you left the house.
Hell, they home girl who you ain't even talking to her ask you to buy a drink.
Right.
Or buy them a drink.
And if you don't, they're gonna talk about your manhood. Oh, you want them broke niggas? Yeah, I'm broke. So now what's your me and Eminem? See, we wrote that song together. I am whatever you say. You ain't paying no bills. I don't give a shit. If you think I'm broke, if you think I'm gay, I don't care. I'm gonna be all of them if it gets you out my face. No, Sharonda, man. It was this one girl. Who's come to backstage. I will kid you not.
They don't even be ugly.
She broke. But she was used to guys always trying to buy her some drinks to get somewhere. So when she's like, she asked me about tonight, you don't even know what you missed out on. Can't miss what you never had. I know that. But this is what she do every week. And she was a good looking woman. Y'all will be surprised what good looking women do. Just because you're good looking don't mean you got proof. It don't mean you got rules. You know, yeah, working clubs. Yeah, y'all know how to do club. Next time, I'm gonna do security at a club just so y'all can come work with me. But they ain't ugly. No, don't get me wrong. Some of them are, but most of them ain't. But
They ain't
you'll see,
ugly. They may not even be poor. They
Hey,
just picked up the
hey,
habit of begging.
they,
hey,
mm-mm,
well,
they,
hey, well from the ugly girls can't get you to just do everything. So I don't even understand
The
that
ugly
logic.
girls won't ask.
Yeah, and they can't get you to do anything. So they, you know,
Yeah.
they do their
let,
thing.
let, I'm gonna tell the truth now. When the ugly girls do this, they've already overextended themselves. They're gonna make sure that you touching or feeling on something, and that's how they trying to sucker you into a drink. That's what the ugly girls do. See, I work security. I see what they do. They rubbing up against you. They trying to get you. You know, they over aggressive in their dancing style because they trying to win some points because they know you ain't gonna just offer
Hey,
nothing. They
hey,
know.
that does compensate. So that's
Yeah,
what it is,
but
you know.
see, and the thing is, that's how you can tell who some of the classier women are because they're not gonna do all of that. They ain't. See, first of all, Barshay, Sharonda, y'all know when y'all go out, y'all already know what y'all look like. So y'all know if y'all put on anything that resembles any kind of cuteness, you know, I would tell my girl, man, why are you taking money to the club? Girl, you better not spend no money at the club other than to get in. And shit, you probably ain't got to pay that to get. It is called pretty privilege. And you know, hell, some dude
It
gonna want to
is.
some dude gonna want to pay for you to get in. You know what the club, know what the rules are? If he pay for you to get in, you owe him a thank you. That's it. You don't even owe him a dance. You just unless you ask him. Now, if you ask him to pay for you to get in the club, the rules just a little bit different. Cause now you got to sit at the table with him. You owe him time and a dance if you ask him to pay for you to get in. So get the drink, not the entry.
They be cute in the face, y'all. They definitely be cute in the face.
Yeah, Sharonda, I'm telling you, there's some good looking ones that do this now. I worked that club for 20 years. These ain't mud ducks who doing this.
Them the one doing the most begging.
Some of these, yeah. Look at the outfits, cause they trying to. Hey, the outfit is supposed to. The outfit they trying to get it paid for. That's why the tag's still on it. But they trying to get in where they fit in. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I ain't gonna forget this. I got a scenario. I'm supposed to ask y'all because I got it. All right, Sharonda, Barshay, Tusha, I need all y'all to listen now, so I can give y'all the scenario. I want y'all to tell me what y'all think. This is a commercial break from the club. Mo, Mark, all right, man and woman have a child together. Y'all with me? They have 2 children together, a 16-year-old daughter and a 14-year-old son. They go to the same school. Just work me. I'm giving you all the facts. All right. So the man lives 3 blocks from the school that the kids go to. Not 3 blocks. I'm sorry. He lives 3 miles. They can catch a school bus to go to school. The mother lives 18 blocks. They can't catch the school bus. She has to take them to school. They got joint custody. The kids can stay wherever they want to stay. Everybody's cool with this. Okay, so this ain't in question. So on this particular day, we're gonna just say Thursday, the kids stay with their mother. Dad has to be at work early Friday morning. He got to be at work at 6 o'clock. Okay, so they stay with their mom on Thursday night. Thursday morning, when they up, it's time for them to go to school. The daughter says, "Mom, we need to go to school." Mom says, "I don't feel good," and goes back to bed. Just work with me now. So daughter, 16 years old with a learner's permit, takes mom's car, drives her and her brother to school. Okay, daughter's smart. Daughter knows she did something wrong. So on the way back home, daughter goes by the gas station. She ain't been taught how to put in gas yet. She tries to put diesel gas in the car because she figures the most expensive gas is the better gas. Well, y'all know the diesel thing won't fit. So she got it holding over the thing where the least go in. Well, by the time she get the car back home, the car's smoking. I'm sorry, by the time she gets back to her mother's house, the car is smoking. Y'all with me so far?
Oh yeah.
The car is smoking because of this diesel fuel. So come to find out, in the conversation, it costs $1,200 to get the engine fixed, to get this diesel fuel out and replace the damage. Wow. All right. So I just gave y'all all the pertinent facts. Y'all can ask me some questions. But it costs $1,200 to replace. Who paying the $1,200 and what we doing to the daughter?
Mama. Nothing.
That why? Okay, the mom. Why we ain't doing that to the daughter?
Because clearly, if you told her if she went to school and we ain't mad because she went to school and we ain't teach her how to put gas in the car, hey, she did her best. This is just gonna be a learning situation. We're just gonna have to talk to her about what she did and putting the wrong gas in there. But it's just a learning. It's a learning experience at that point for me.
And the mama got to pay
She
the
tried.
$1,200.
Mama got to pay that money though.
Mo,
Yeah, I say nothing happens to the daughter and they got to split it. They both at fault for that situation because somebody didn't teach somebody something, or they put that girl in fear that if she doesn't get to school, something bad gonna happen to her. Otherwise, she wouldn't have probably went to that extent to go. So my situation is they got to split it.
okay, so Sharonda, for those of y'all that's answering now, I need for y'all to give me a little bit more detailed answer. Who paying for the car? It's $1,200, or how is the split gonna be? And what are we doing to the daughter? So how we splitting this $1,200? Who are we blaming anybody for what happened? And I'm gonna tell y'all what was going on. And okay, this is my take why y'all doing this. One, I'm pissed at the mama. Because the mother, if she wasn't gonna drive, she should have got the kids an Uber. There's no getting, for me, there's no getting around that. We shouldn't be making 16-year-olds make adult decisions. I'm mad at the daughter because she still stole the car. Her logic for not calling, and I'm gonna be the dad in this situation. Her logic for not calling me is because she knew I was at work and I ain't supposed to have my phone on me. So calling me, I get why she didn't call me. I don't like it because she still should have, but I get why she didn't call me. The mama didn't even know the car was stolen until the girl came back home. Because if the mama knew, she should have called me and said, hey, and you know how this goes. Your daughter stole my car. She only knew when they came back. This is how out of it the mom is. But for me, I personally believe the mom is $900 responsible, the daughter $300. I'm gonna pay the daughter $300, but she's gonna have to pay me back, and she's gonna be cleaning the house every weekend for the rest of the school year, and whatever punishment her mama give her. Because I just don't think you can let her get away with stealing the car. I ain't that mad that she went to school, and that's all she did. It wasn't to go to a party. She wanted to get her and her brother to school, and that's why I can't overly punish her, but I still don't want her to think stealing the car is okay. Even if it's our car, at the end of the day, you still stole the car. What would have happened if you would have had a wreck? You got a learner's license. Ain't nobody with you who's supposed to be with you. I'm gonna take a little hit because I ain't taught you how to put in gas yet, but that's because we ain't went through the full lesson. You ain't there yet. But I don't think I can actually let the daughter get away with a whole lot. Like I said, because at the end of the day, she still stole the car. She still stole the car. I'm just more pissed at mom for not making arrangements because these kids got to go to school. They got to go to school. And whatever punishment her mama give her, you got to take that too. So you're gonna get punishment no matter where you stay for the next 3-4 months. So that's how I was looking at it. But yeah, I'm willing to give $300, but I'm lending that to my daughter to pay because had it not been for mom's bad decision, daughter wouldn't have made a bad decision. So I can't destroy the nexus. Mom, you made the first bad decision and you caused her to do something that mentally I ain't gonna make a 16-year-old have the mindset of an adult who got to take care of kids.
Hey, so I want to add this too. Another point of the conversation, and my answer is this: they weren't going to an amusement park. They went to school, man.
Right, and that's why I said I can't get past that point.
You know what I'm saying? They went to school, so that right there to me tells me they were in fear of not being able to get there and make sure they was in school. Somebody yelled at them. Somebody did something. I know it's a scenario, but I'm just.
Oh no, this happened for real.
Oh, okay. So to me, that's fear that you gonna, if you call it stealing DVP, we'll call it stealing. If you steal a car to get yourself to school so you can be in school and get checked in and be present, there's some fear associated with that decision.
It may not be fear. It just maybe knowing what they have to do. I'm supposed to be in school, and maybe they just know that school is my job. As a child, that's your job to go to school. But it could have been a project, could have been a test, something that they couldn't miss. It ain't that we just I'm scared that I got to go, but it's the place that I need to be. So it's important to them, and I'm glad that she knows the importance of being at school, and she did what she needed. She felt she did what she needed to do to get there.
I say the kids got to get. The kids get an award, man. They don't get punished. The parents got to split it halfway. The kids get an award, and then they got to talk to the kids and explain to them that that's not something they should do, and give them a solution for next time. That's what I'm saying.
No, Tashawn, 18 miles from the school. No, walking to school. No. They know. They
18
stay outside
blocks.
No, not blocks, miles. They stay outside
miles.
the bus round. Yeah, the bus don't come to where she stay.
Okay.
So yeah, they can't walk to school. Yeah, they can take the bus when they stay at home with dad. Right. So it's the parents, right, Sharon? It's the parents' job to make sure they're where they need to be. So if they're with mom, it's her job. It's her job.
It's her job. It's her duty.
And that's why I think halfway is asking too much, because it's a different. If me and you are the parents, whoever got them, it's 100% on them. If I'm babysitting for Mo or Mark, if they kids do something, it's 100% on them because it's not my kid. If it's our kid, whoever parent they with, that's who's responsible in totality. That's the reason we got this joint custody. So if they do something crazy with me, then I'm the one who got to take care of stuff. If they do something crazy with you, you got to take care of that. And if you decided you was too tired or whatever to take the kids to school, you should have got them an Uber. You shouldn't have told them that they got to miss a day of school. I mean, like I said, that's the saving grace to me, is that they want to go to school. They want to go to school. We preach education. We preach the education. So, but like I said, they wasn't choosing. They get to pick where they want to go, because they like both of them. So everybody was cool up. Everybody was, and they still semi cool. Right? They went half on a baby. You go 100% on when they in your. Listen, when the kids come stay with you, I don't need to give you no money to feed them. When they come stay with me, you don't need to give me no money to feed them. The half and half is when we want to do something that neither one of us can afford individually. When you got custody and they got school, you got to give them to school. That's not an on me thing. So when you lay your ass down and let them fend for themselves, I'm pissed with you, because you're making them make an adult decision that they shouldn't have to make. They did the right thing. They got up on time. They got dressed. They ready to go. And you like, I don't feel like it. What? Okay, let me call y'all an Uber. Let me do this. Let me something.
Yeah, when she say she ain't feel like it,
yeah, see, that took the half and half out of it.
That took it all the way out for me.
And it's like I said,
that's all on you now.
It's one something. If my parents are with a non-parent and they do something, then yeah, it's all on me. But when they're with another parent, it's all on them. Like I said, when we talking about the field trip or something, yeah, we can go half and half on field trip. But when they're with me, you ain't supposed to give me no money for groceries, because if I can't afford to feed them, they shouldn't be with me. If you can't afford to feed, we got joint custody. So everybody is fending for themselves. So we talking miles. It was too far to walk. So yeah, that was I got hit with that call. I got hit with that call, and I was like, they was like, what would you do? He's like, I'm gonna pay half. I'm like, that's a morally right thing to do, is to pay half. But I'm not paying half. I'm not whooping my daughter. Like I said, I got to make her understand that she shouldn't steal. I appreciate her trying to do the right thing, but yeah, I'm gonna give her the money, and she's gonna have to pay me back with her job. She got time, but she's gonna have to do a few extra chores. But I ain't gonna make her feel like she the worst child on earth, because she didn't do. Like I said, if she would have did to go to a party or something, we would have had a whole different mindset. But she did it to go to school. Why it ain't normal day-to-day expenses? You get them sometime during the week, so you got to drive them. So that's a normal expense. Other than that, you would say, I only want them on the weekends when they ain't got to go to school. So that is a normal. That is normal day-to-day expenses.
It's normal day-to-day because you volunteered to take them to school when they're with you. So that's day-to-day. School, Monday through Friday, they got to be there. So that's day-to-day activities. That's day-to-day expenses. That's day-to-day behavior. So that's on you.
Other than that, say, hey, y'all need to stay with y'all daddy because I don't feel good. I'm gonna do whatever. This is an adult conversation.
Yeah.
When let's just say when I had my wreck, I couldn't drive, I couldn't do nothing. If that would have been me, the kids wouldn't have been able to stay with me during the week because I know I can't handle no emergency. I actually, so, but as an adult, those are adult decisions. You don't ask a 16 and a 14-year-old to make them decisions. And like I said, because they're trying to do good, it's hard to really punish them. It's hard to punish them. It's like punishing your kid for hitting a student. They tried to suspend my daughter because she broke a little boy's nose. But she had told me the little boy was feeling her booty. And I told her, somebody feeling you get the biggest book you got and swing. But tell a teacher first. And she said, Dad, I told 2 teachers. They said nothing. So when he did it the second time, I hit him with the book. When I went up to the school, they was like, "Oh, we got to suspend your daughter for breaking his nose. Yeah, his parents could sue you." Boy, stop playing. What happened again? So the little boy felt on your booty twice. You told teacher A and teacher B. So clearly they finna get suspended too, right? For not doing nothing for this sexual assault. And this little boy is 12. So when his mom and dad to get here, clearly they're going to jail because the law said they're responsible for him. So if my daughter gonna take a suspension, please believe some people going to jail and some people gonna lose their job. We're not finna have this crazy ass conversation. Oh, she didn't have to break it. No, he didn't have to put his hands on her. So let's start with what started everything. It ain't like she just swung the book for no reason whatsoever. She swung the book because the little boy did it one time. She told 2 teachers who chose to do nothing. They ain't say nothing to the little boy. Then when he did it the second time, she stopped him. I bet he won't do it again. But go on the suspender because this finna be. I'm finna get rich. I just hit the lottery. Because y'all let my daughter get sexual assaulted and y'all trying to suspend her for defending herself? You got to be shitting me. Oh, calm down, Mr. Bear. Oh, I am calm because I'm thinking about these checks y'all finna write me. But when mom and dad get him, go on and call the police because somebody going to jail. I'm sorry, somebody's. Now it's a whole different story. You can't make kids, kids do what they do. You give them responsibilities, but at some point the adults got to be there. The mama should have said, "Hey, let me get an Uber. Or let me get my tired ass up and drive these kids this. Let me take them on this 20-minute ride so they can go to school and I'll come back and sleep." To do nothing but go back to bed? Please. Now, the daughter still should have called me, even though I ain't supposed to. Because is it an emergency if we're talking real life emergencies? Would y'all consider emergency if your child couldn't go to school?
I don't look at that as an emergency.
Right. No. So she didn't want to call you because to her it wasn't an emergency.
It wasn't an emergency.
So I can't get mad at her for not calling me. If I'm gonna be mad at myself for anything, it's for not having an Uber account for her to establish on her own, so she could have called her own Uber.
But for the 8 hours they was at school, what was mama doing? She ain't peek out the window. No,
she didn't know that they got back home and the car was smoking.
But did she know that they were gone?
No, she didn't know nothing until the daughter came back home with the smoking car.
So that'll be my question. You mean for 8 hours, you ain't realized these kids ain't in the house?
For 8 hours, you didn't realize your car was gone.
No, first the kids being in the house. Because they got to walk around, they got to go to the bathroom, they got to go to the kitchen. They got to make a noise.
Hey, Mark, they're at school. They're at school.
But that's what I'm saying. But I noticed I didn't take them to school. It's too quiet in this house.
Oh, that's a good point.
I gotta go find why is it so quiet in here? They got to go to the bathroom, kitchen, somewhere to where I would hear noise in the house. And that's about 3-4 hours of no noise. I need to go see if they hear.
She figured they got a ride.
She figured she need to pay that $1,200 to get that car fixed.
She gonna have to figure something else out when CPS get involved. That's a CPS issue.
Well, they made it back to the house, so ain't no CPS.
Oh, yes. What? They got in a crash, man. They got in an accident.
No, they put diesel fuel in the car.
Oh, I thought you said they got in an accident.
No, it was diesel fuel.
Yeah, they put diesel fuel in.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the only reason all of this came to light, because the car was smoking when she brought it back.
Yeah.
If she would have put regular gas in there, mama probably still wouldn't have knew the car was nothing happened to the car.
Right.
And the daughter didn't deny nothing. She told everything. She wasn't trying to make no excuses. She said why she did it. She said why she wouldn't call me, because to her she didn't think it was an emergency. So I didn't want to call you, Dad, because it wasn't no emergency. But we needed to get to school. And I do know how to drive.
Hey,
I ain't supposed to drive by myself, but
So I do know one thing. They really need to handle that situation with kid gloves, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the spirit of that child to go get something done when she got to get it done is high as hell right now. As soon as you start punishing her for that, ain't no telling what's gonna happen. She might just fold up, recoil, and now that self-sufficiency, that drive, that spirit is gonna be impacted somehow.
I'm sitting here thinking, is this something that has happened before? It just ain't got caught. Because she did it. Like, I did it. And if I didn't have to put gas in the car, I'd have got away with it again. So it might have been normal. This probably wasn't the first time.
And like I say, just knowing her, like, because I actually do know her, she would have said something. I don't think, like I said, because she didn't try to deny nothing.
Yeah, she ain't denying it.
And I think if it was something been done before, she would have knew more about the gas. It was just she's never been able to do this alone, and it's crazy because I thought about it when I was teaching my kids how to drive. We never went to a gas station where I let them pump gas and show them how to pick gas. I'm like, well, damn, it's just something you think everybody know, but do y'all ever remember anybody telling you how to do gas and what you're supposed to do? And I was like, damn, that's one of them things that everybody just kind of skip over. We teach them how to drive, but do we teach them between 87, 89, 93? Do we do any of that?
Yeah, right, Shaw. She thought to put gas in it. So if it would have been gas in the car, she'd have went on to the house. Nobody would have never knew. Probably gas 10 times she took the car and went to school. It was gas in it.
So I got a question. With the scenario, this is DVP. This is a real scenario, you said?
Yeah. This happened. Yeah. It actually happened. It actually happened last Thursday.
Okay, so how is it that the gas attendant didn't, or did she try to use a credit card, or how did she get that part?
Won't have gas attendants here.
No, inside the store, right? You got to go inside.
You just go in there and pay for gas.
Well, you ain't even got to do that, bro.
Or you use the card at the pump.
Or if you got any kind of payment thing on your phone, you can tap.
So that's what she did. Okay.
And that's why I say, she was trying to do the right thing. She knew she messed up. That's why she wanted to put gas in the car to try to eliminate some of the trouble she was gonna get in. Because she knew she was gonna get it. She knew she still kind of knew what she did wrong.
I don't know. That's the thing. Was it wrong? That's the thing. That's the question, right?
I don't think it was wrong.
Come on now, you can't let your kids just take your car.
No, they got to school, so you can look at it that way. But the end result was they got to school.
Okay, that wasn't the question. The question was, did they do anything wrong?
No, did nothing wrong.
Oh, they did. Yeah, they did something wrong. Yeah,
you can't take a car. You can't take a car with a learning license. A learning license say you got to be in the car with a not just an adult, but a relative over the age of 21.
But what they did was not a punishable offense.
Oh, it's punishable. It ain't punishable by law. It's punishable.
It ain't punishable for me.
Oh, like I say, she gonna do some cleanup because she got to pay my $300 back. Because it's it's one of them lessons that you learn, but I ain't gonna charge no interest. I ain't gonna make her pay it back at one time. She can pay me $10 a week for the next, for however long to pay. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I can't be too mad. I just want her to know that I like your get up and go, but you can't just go around taking people's property to solve a problem. Next time, call me. That's it. I can't overly punish her, but I do need to something.
It's just a conversation for me. We're gonna talk about it.
But yeah, because me and the mama gonna have a knockdown drag out, because that's who I'm mad at. That's who started everything. Because if the mama try to make her pay her back, then we're gonna have an even bigger argument.
No, you can't worry about how she handled her household or how she dish out her punishment.
But I can worry about how she trying to punish my daughter for her bad.
No, like you say, when she over there, that's on her. When she with you, that's on you.
And she might not be going back over there because mama looked to be a little irresponsible.
Stay out of your household.
I am. We're gonna stay in my household because clearly she gonna get to be a weekend mama.
It sounds good. It ain't that easy though.
Why it ain't that easy? At 16, she can start making decisions.
Yes, she can.
See, look at Tushawn already telling y'all he was a little criminal. He hadn't even seen Fast and Furious yet. But like I said, And you know, and I've been posing this question to everybody to run across because I thought it was a good one. Like I said, because this is real life. What do we do with the kids? Like I said, because you don't never want to damage your kids' creativity and their ability for critical thinking. But you know, through situations, you can show them what's wrong with this and what's wrong with that. But like I said, you can't get a beating for this. You can't get a beating. And if the mama said, "Well, you got to pay my $200," back, see, I would have a problem with that if the mama tried to put that on her. Because had the mama not made a bad decision, the series of bad decisions that follow would have never happened.
But she can pay you back your $300.
Yeah, like I said,
and do extra chores.
She ain't got. I ain't gonna make her put a roof up or nothing, but I'm gonna make her clean up the house. I'm gonna yeah.
No.
Yeah. Just cause you know. Just cause she had the good intention, you still could. If anything wrong would have happened, you know, she hit somebody, something would have happened. A whole lot of other bad shit would have happened. Cause now it's like you don't know where your kids are. You ain't got this. Now you got defects all in your business over something that you shouldn't even been having. So yeah, there's got to be something. Cause I still need to understand what she did. I still need to understand what she did was wrong. You know,
he taught you well, Sean.
It's a whole different situation if there was an emergency and she had to drive, but there was no real emergency. Let's see, there was a situation a few years ago where the teen stole mom's BMW and told the insurance wouldn't cover. Right, it's just too many things. So I still need to teach her right from wrong. Like I say, I appreciate the fact that you tried to do something based on everything she said. Your reasoning made sense, but you can't get around the fact that you cannot legally drive. There was no emergency. There was no emergency. And I get you didn't call me because it wasn't an emergency, but this is one of them times I don't need you to be an adult. But Sharonda, who really think that the other parent gonna be that shitty and not let them go to school? But, right, and that's right. If they'd have caused an accident, a whole lot of shit would have went wrong. So we can't just let. To me, we can't just let it fly. No, and it sucks because. You know, we talking about the daughter. Do we do anything to the son?
No, nothing happens to him. He just got in the car.
Party to a crime.
And Varsay, I did see that story, but the issue with that was he gave the kid permission, gave him the keys, and gave him permission to drive, and he had that accident. So that's a little different.
But Sharonda, this is why we gotta have what if conversations about bad stuff. Too many times we only think about good stuff. What if this? What if this? It was like with one of my daughters. I told her, you know, when you go to a party, if your friends start drinking or something go out of the way, you can call me. No questions asked. I will come get you because I don't ever want you to drive with none of your drunk friends or friends who make you feel uncomfortable. So call me. Call me. Don't ever think that, you know, it's too late or whatever because I don't want you to ride with no drunks. But this is where you could call me, and I ain't gonna ask you no whole bunch of questions. And this was before Uber and all that. Yeah, I'm gonna come get you because I don't want none of my kids thinking, oh, I came with so and so, I gotta leave with them. Because if I call my dad, he ain't gonna let me go hang out no more. No, because I don't want you to drive. I don't want you to drive with nobody who been drinking. Nobody, never ever. So this one of them times you got to suck it up as a parent and say, hey, I need you to understand. You need to call me anytime you feel uncomfortable. Hey, if you out with one of these little boys and they start acting crazy, you need to call me and I'll come get you. Don't make them think you got to do nothing to get a ride back home. If they say something out the way to you, the minute you feel uncomfortable, you call me. You call me. We ain't finna go through none of this. Oh, well, he was talking about he was going to leave me. Fine, let him leave you. I'll come get you. But this is one of them things. Well, you know, you don't want your kids to be scared. They ain't scared. I need them to be smart. But we gotta have what if something bad happens conversation so that they can know what kind of choices that they could make or that they should make. But if we don't talk to them about them, how do they know? Like I said, this ain't something that would cross their mind. They, you know, hopefully they still young and impressionable. They don't know the world like we know the world, but we got to get them ready for it. And the easiest way is just to have simple conversations. So, you know, but yeah, I meant because I'm gonna post it. I wanted us to talk about it first because I meant to post it so I could see what everybody was saying. Because to me, it was just one of the things. Like I said, me and my friend, we argued about. He's like, "Well, I'm just gonna pay half," and hey, you being a good dude, and if that's what it worked for you, that's what worked for you. But you asked me what I thought, And paying half to me is just, it's just to me it's unreasonable. Unless the mama gonna pay me back. Because, like I said, had she not made her first bad decision, none of this would have happened. Her bad decision caused everything. Everything. And that's like, yeah, you can't, you better not punish my daughter. Because she wouldn't have did none of this if it wasn't for you. She got my half about being resourceful and trying to make it happen. So I'm gonna punish her for that, for driving and putting everybody at risk. But I'm not gonna be mad at her. I'm not gonna be mad at her for the rest of the stuff.
That makes sense.
Well, and it's more so critical thinking, Sharon. I mean, I get deductive reason, but yeah, you got to put them through paces and ask them, hey, what happened? What should this happen? What da 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 da. It's kind of like the sex conversation. We threaten them with diseases, but come on, threatening people with diseases has never stopped people from having sex. Never ever stopped them.
That's true.
My wife got mad when I took my son and I bought him condoms. Well, he's a good looking boy. Somebody gonna offer him some, and he gonna say, "Yeah, I can't even be mad at him." I seen some of these little girls who keep walking up on them, testing him out. Girl, stop playing. You can believe that little what's that thing they used to do back then? That little vow of chastity till you get married. You can be that shit if you want to. I'm not buying that. I'm gonna make sure he covered. I told him, hey, bro, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. But if you come home with a baby, all y'all leave. I'm not taking care of no babies. I can't wait till you get old enough. I can kick you out the house. I'm not gonna be that granddad who be like, oh yeah, bring him over here. I'm waiting to get your ass out so I can. And we laugh, but we talked about, hey, if you ever, when you find yourself down to just having 5 condoms, come touch me on the shoulder, bro. You ain't even got to pay for them until you turn 18. I will make sure you got some. When you turn 18, you're on your own. But he only 15. I can't believe you bought him no condom. I don't care. You see all these girls who got teen pregnancy because anybody never told them about condoms. Hey, my boys ain't finna be part of that. And I can knock on wood. All my boys have not got women pregnant till they got married. Because we talked about condoms at length. I'm not taking care of no kids. When y'all asses out, that's it. You can come visit, and you going to fuck around and catch me on the wrong day. Y'all can come visit. I'm going to get in y'all car and leave. I will see y'all in 2 weeks. You can stay at the house. I'm gone. But we have to have real conversations. Right. Well, no, I was saying if I pay half, the mama got to pay back. He was gonna pay half because he's a good dude. Okay. At the end of the day, we still responsible for them. Right. I'm responsible for them when they're in my care. I'm responsible for them when they're at large. Yeah. If they wrecked her car, she's responsible for them. It's her car. They were in her care. Like I said, we can do that if I'm keeping somebody else's kids. If I'm keeping Mo's kids, if I'm keeping Mark's kids, they're not mine by blood. So mark them are responsible. I took my goddaughter to Wolf Lodge or whatever it was. My play brother said, hey man, if she needs some money, just spend whatever and tell me how much I owe you. Because they're still, at the end of the day, it's still his kids. It's still his child. If he can screw it. How long? You can. Anyway, we're gonna leave to what time they start screwing on. We're gonna leave that alone. Yeah, we're gonna leave that alone.
What card they got to swipe?
Well, I guess now all of them they can have a little cash out because we can put money on the phone.
Shit, I ain't had no card in high school to swipe.
Well, hell, they didn't have swiping with hell when we was in school. You know what I'm saying?
But then when you was in school, you old bastard.
Why stop playing? I'm gonna act like you don't even exist no more. Your mom and sisters got condoms for you and your brother, right? But most time parents want to act like, oh, don't have sex till you get married. And I mean, like, come on now, how many times? It ain't realistic. How many times has that ever worked? Ever. So why not just teach them about? Ladies, let me know when y'all ready. Ladies, because we're gonna have a show just for the ladies again. Because I had to have some show. Men will regularly talk to their boys about sex. Women don't want to talk about sex to their daughters.
That's interesting.
And okay, we got 3 minutes for a teaser. And the crazy part is, I did a survey because I like to do surveys, and I asked women at what age did they start enjoying sex for themselves, and most of them said mid-30s. So you figure the average woman, I'm gonna be real generous, and they start having sex in their 20s. If y'all didn't start enjoying sex in your 30s, that means you spent 10, 15 years just doing it for him. Why would y'all let y'all daughter go through that? Why don't y'all teach her some of the things about sex? Because y'all swear y'all cool. Y'all swear y'all besties. Y'all swear y'all can talk about anything. But women don't like to have the real sex conversation with their daughters.
Just like Family Feud. Who the fuck did you ask these questions to?
I didn't know no better.
Who you asked this question? They said they didn't have good sex to 30.
Oh man. Oh, Mark, I put it on my page.
You surveyed?
Facebook, and when I started going places, I started asking women. Man, women will tell you all kinds of. It was, hey, I did it on Facebook, I did it on my pages, I did it on Random Thoughts, I did it on Good Men Need Training. Man, some of the stories I got from that was, oh my goodness. I did a show. I did a show and had 3 women when we had the studio.
Yeah, we're gonna have to interview them for shit.
Like I said, but you got to find women who comfortable enough to say that they had to change their thought process, because women don't want to talk about it, not with their girls, and it's like one of the things was women will treat their boys mothers treat their boys way different than they treat their daughters, and that's true more often than not. But that's something, like I said, that's something we can talk about as we do live shows, Mark. Since you're gonna come in, then I can get you and Sharonda on the stage. What Sean? What's Sean stay? You stay in Atlanta, Sean?
Yeah, he in Atlanta. I bring it back.
Yeah, when we're gonna start doing live shows in studio. I think he say he want to do them at least once a month. So we're gonna make that happen.
All these motherfuckers ugly. God damn, Sharonda.
Hey, ugly women need love too, Sharonda.
Everybody ugly.
That's what I heard.
They can't fuck and they begging. Shit, ugly people got it bad.
So, what's on your mind, Mo?
Oh man, I'm listening to this. This is good. I want to hear more about that show you're gonna be doing, that live show. I can't be in that, man. Tell Roy to set it up so I can come on a big screen or something.
Oh, you're gonna be there. You just won't be sitting in the chair with us.
Oh, that's cool then. I'm good.
So before we leave, Mo, tell them about your Sunday event and what you got going on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a couple things. Matter of fact, and I'm gonna hit you with something, DVP, that we ain't talk about, but it's okay. You like to be volunteered on stuff. So I got it written down, y'all. So I'm gonna be reading it.
Okay, so since you got it written down, I'm gonna just tell you this. I was in the military. I was in the Air Force, to be exact. Rule number 1 is don't volunteer for shit. That's rule number 1. That's the first thing they teach you in the Air Force. Don't volunteer for shit. That's the Army. That's the Army that volunteer.
Hey, DVP, I was in the Air Force too, right?
So then you ought to know we don't volunteer for a damn.
Yeah. No, forget about it. So this past weekend, we had a Policing in America small group discussion. It was educational and enlightening. We read 2 chapters of The Good, the Bad, and the Blue. The first chapter was called Cloak Within. The idea of this chapter is that at one point in time, and even today, the entire law enforcement infrastructure was staffed with people who would uphold laws that were put in place during slavery. All right. The second chapter that we started, we didn't finish it. We started. It was called Omega Theory. We are a few pages in, but the idea of Omega Theory is that in a pack of wolves, the purpose of the Omega Wolf is for the pack to let out aggression. The pack uses the Omega Wolf as a punching bag in society because of the power in society, because of the power structure. Black people are the Omega Wolves of society. Okay, me, Mark, Joe, and DVP. We were there in the studio, and we had at least one guest. I had messed up the email, so a lot other people could have come, but they didn't. But it's gonna get overloaded pretty soon. but the participant was very satisfied. The person was able to ask Joe and DVP direct questions about policing in America, and because of these guys' experience and everything they've gone through and everything they know, they were able to tell her, and she was extremely happy about the outcome. Me and Mark, we did the reading, and I think it went really well. So if you want to join the discussion, because we're gonna set up this is the thing, DVP. I'm gonna try to set up a second session because this one is full. But if you want to join the discussion, email readalongclub@gmail.com. Look at my header in my name. I put it there, so it's next to my name right there. Send me an email. I'm about to set up a second session. The studio can only hold 8. All right, so we full, and I got a waiting list, but I want to get another 8 people so we can start another session, because I think these things are going to be. I want DVP to speak on it, but I think what they're going to do is they're going to be educational and enlighten a lot of us. I'm including myself. A lot of us on the real aspects of law enforcement, what happens in law enforcement, what we should expect as citizens, and more. And so, no, Mark can read. Tusha, Mark can read, man. He did really good, bro. He did really good.
More don't entertain that bastard.
Mark had an earpiece in and somebody was reading it to him and he was just repeating what they were saying. I'm with you, Tushawn. I'm with you, bro.
but yeah, no, yeah, these sessions are educational, man, because we're gonna cover, just so you know, I'm gonna stop here, but we're gonna cover the history. We're gonna cover some circumstances that really happened. We're gonna watch some videos. We're gonna break down the videos and try to understand what went wrong, what went right, what should have happened. And the whole thing is gonna be a space where we're gonna share knowledge and learn from each other and get information. So I'm encouraging everybody, if you're listening to my voice, send me an email so I can get you in one of these sessions and you can learn this stuff. So I'll let Mark and DVD, they were there. I'm gonna let them talk for themselves about their own experience. So go ahead, y'all.
Mark, what you got? Because we're closing out.
All right, we'll close it out. What I say is it was actually pretty dope. And when I say that, it was very educational. Understanding it from both standpoints, from your writings and having Joe and DVP actually explain what the law says and how it's supposed to be carried out. It was actually very educational. So anybody that's listening, go ahead and send them an email and sign up, because it's very educational. I'm looking forward to it this week.
So yeah, I was there. It was interesting, and we're gonna do more. We're gonna do some here so we can get people to come from here to there. Like I say, and it's almost a continuation of the Law and Order series, except it's just more direct. We're gonna still do some Law and Order topics here, and we'll, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, between Mark, Mo, me, and Sharonda, if y'all know us, send us topics. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about, and we will go out and find people, because we're gonna have a couple of mental health people come in and talk about some things. This ain't just about what we want to do. We will talk about what y'all want to talk about. And like I said, the goal is to educate and have fun at the same time. Tushawn, I definitely got to meet you, bro. I'm buying you 2 drinks because you're fucking hilarious. But that's what we do. Like I said, so if it's something y'all want to talk about, it don't really matter what it is. Just hit one of us up. If you want to be on the show, I need you to have your own topic, and just hit one of us up. We'll schedule. But understand now, if you can't take criticism or creative or other people's thoughts, this ain't what you want to do. Because we ain't trying to convince you of nothing. We just want to get different experiences, different variables, know how different people work. All right. So it's 8:06, so a little nasty message is popping up on my screen that y'all can't see. So we're gonna close it out. And Sharonda, oh damn, Sharonda was supposed to give us an airport update, but she joined the chat box instead of coming in. Sharonda, what was the lines like before we leave? If you still here? Mark came to your party and went to sleep. But what the lines like at the airport, Sharonda? I saw you spend $100 getting out the airport.
Wow.
Thank you as always, Yolanda. We're still waiting for you to come to a show. Yolanda is one of my original guests. I'm one of my original listeners. I guess we'll find out about the airport later. All right, so y'all know what it is. Until next week, peace, popcorn, and chicken grease, and my drink is gone, but we out.
Peace out.